Welcome to Pause and Reflect, the Pawsome podcast brought to you by Yorkie Rescue. Get ready for a tail-wagging journey as we embark on an adventure to create the perfect home for our precious Yorkies. At Yorkie Rescue, we offer a special home-to-home adoption service, ensuring that no Yorkie spends a single night in a shelter, kennel, or cage. Whether you're a brand new owner or a seasoned pro, this podcast is tailor-made for you. We've got exciting and useful insights in store, guaranteed to make your tail wag with joy. So let's dive into Pause and Reflect, the ultimate podcast for all you Yorkie lovers out there. Hey there, Yorkie lovers. We're back with another delightful episode of Pause and Reflect. Today, we are diving into the wonderful world of Yorkies and their unique personalities. Joining us is Vaughn, a seasoned animal behaviorist. Welcome back, Vaughn.
Thank you, Angelique. It's always a pleasure to chat to you about how we can overcome our challenges that we have with small dogs.
Thank you on behalf of our listeners. But before we start, let's talk about how to identify the personality of your beloved Yorkie, including the differences in personality between male and female Yorkies.
You know, it's so important, Angelique. To understand your Yorkie's personality is really key to build a strong and loving bond with them. So it all starts, obviously, by observing them, by spending quality time with your furry friend. In fact, as we discuss the different personality types, everyone listening needs to try and work out which personality best describes their Yorkie, and perhaps which combination best matches their Yorkie.
And obviously, when we understand this, then it's going to help us make better decisions for our Yorkies.
Exactly, Angelique. You know, knowing and understanding your own Yorkie's personality is so important because we need to adjust the type of care that we give them, the training that we give to them. And it changes our whole approach as we concern ourselves with their specific needs. So we need to examine their behavior and work out what their personality is.
Great. So let's get started. Yorkies, obviously like all dogs, are unique in their personalities. The first group that I thought we could discuss are the more energetic little bundles of joy. Vaughn, what tips do you have for pet owners who have these, shall we call them, hyper Yorkies?
You know, Angelique, I think it might be better to refer to them as playful Yorkies. Because they need an outlet for their high energy. They're full of enthusiasm, and so we need to do something about it. We need to take them on regular walks. We need to engage them in play. And if you can give them a toy that really stimulates them, this can also help.
Okay, so it's just that they've got so much energy, they just need to get it out, and playing is the answer.
It often is. You know, I once had a client whose Yorkie was causing a lot of tensions among the other dogs, and they judged her as just being overly dominant. And what we found was that she enjoyed playing with a ball. So we taught her the game of fetch. So this became fun, and it became something sustainable. Her owners kept playing with her every day. You know, she totally changed. Her interaction with the other dogs was totally different. She wasn't overly dominant anymore. And so this was because she was frustrated that she was acting in this way with the other dogs. Making sure that they get enough exercise. This is going to keep them happy. This is going to stop these boredom-related behaviors. You see, a well-exercised Yorkie exercises good behavior. They're happy. They're mentally stimulated. This is what we want. This is what we want for every dog, is this balanced lifestyle.
Now we know. I'd like to talk about the affectionate Yorkie now, or as some of our Yorkie parents have called their Yorkies with FOMO. What decisions can we make to fulfill their need for companionship?
Yeah, you see, they might come across as being extremely needy. I know that there's a reputation among the male Yorkies that they are more attention seeking or enjoying their owner's attention than others. The thing is that, yes, they're affectionate. They want to be close to their owners and they want to spend quality time with them. So do it. Give them that time. Engage with them. Cuddle with them. They have this strong desire to interact with you, and this can strengthen that bond with your little friend. But also understand that if you're going to encourage an annoying behavior by cuddling them when they are acting in a way that you don't like, it's going to only make it worse. So what you can do is develop a routine that they know there is a time when they're going to get your affection. By setting bounds for them, you're also going to create a sense of security for them, that they know they can rely on you for that.
I like what you mentioned, setting up a routine for these affectionate Yorkies, because they will love cuddling as a reward. Now, what about our Yorkies that are not so affectionate, the independent Yorkie? How can we respect their need for alone time, but still showing them love?
It's an interesting thing that you can get such a variety. But even an independent Yorkie does require some affection. Yes, they appreciate having their own space, but they still enjoy affection, usually on their terms. By providing a little place where they can go to, where they can retreat to, we're showing respect for them, for their individuality. And we're still going to maintain a sense of connection. You're going to find different things that they appreciate and enjoy. And you'll see, as we discuss more personality traits, you might see something else too that you can bring out in your Yorkie.
So it's not that your Yorkie doesn't love you. This is just the way they are, independent Yorkies.
Exactly.
So what about our bold and confident Yorkies?
Well, many Yorkies are bold and confident. They're fearless. They're assertive, and they exude all this self-confidence, and this appeals to many Yorkie owners. It's wonderful to have this, but at the same time, if you want them to be acting harmoniously with other dogs and animals, you need to have consistent training. You need to give them clear boundaries. Encourage their confident behavior. Don't stunt them. Still give them the guidance where they need it.
You know, they remind me of teenagers. So now we have the Yorkie that is shy and timid, complete opposite of our bold and confident Yorkies. Any help there that we can help these sweethearts to gain confidence?
So you do need to treat them differently. They usually need to be introduced in a gentle manner. Anything that's new, you need to do it gradually. Create a safe environment for them. Let them explore things at their pace. Don't try to push things too much. When you gradually socialize them and celebrate small achievements with them, now you're building a positive experience, and you can actually build their confidence incredibly so that they can become like those confident Yorkies. You're going to reduce the anxiety big time in unfamiliar situations.
That's wonderful. I think it's also important to know this if we are traveling with our Yorkies and they are in new environments, maybe on a more regular basis than other Yorkies. We also have our stubborn and assertive Yorkie. How can we handle their strong-willed behavior?
Again, we need that firm yet patient training. We need to be consistent. You see, by using positive reinforcement, you're going to help establish clear boundaries. This is what they need. You can guide them toward positive behaviors so that they start to want the same things that you want. This strong will you can actually use in your favor to help them to understand what's expected of them. But now they understand that it's good for them to do what's expected of them.
So patience is always key. Now, lastly, our sensitive Yorkies. How can we help them?
So they're sensitive, not like humans where you might think they're easily offended, but they are offended by usually loud noises. So if you shout at them, it's more the startling noise that might upset them. So clapping hands, perhaps to check them, might be too much for them. So you want to provide a comfortable and soothing environment that's stress-free.
And what can we do to help them during thunderstorms?
That's actually very interesting, Angelique. You see, we want to protect our Yorkies, but at the same time, we want them to learn to get over these startling noises. So what we could do is replicate that noise, perhaps by playing it on the TV at a low volume so that it doesn't disturb them. When it's at that volume, start doing something positive with your Yorkie. Play with him, or give him a treat, whatever you know he really enjoys. And then slowly turn up the volume while you're doing it. And do this every day for a while, and he'll start to associate the noise that he used to be fearful of with something positive. Eventually, you'll be able to do the same during an actual thunderstorm.
It's so special to be able to help our Yorkies overcome their fears. Vaughan, thank you so much for giving us these pointers, and we see we are the ones that actually need to be trained. Thank you very much for your time.
It's my pleasure, Angelique. And remember that your Yorkie will most likely display more than one of these personality traits that we've discussed.
That's so true. To all our lovely listeners, we're excited that this episode will be a helpful guide to understanding your Yorkie's unique personality and will allow you to create an even more positive and loving experience for both of you. So tailor your interactions, training methods, and introduction strategies to suit their individual needs, and you'll strengthen the bond of trust and love with your furry friend. Keep cherishing and understanding those precious Yorkies. Until next time on Pause and Reflect, happy bonding. Goodbye. That's a wrap on another positively amazing episode of Pause and Reflect. Don't miss out on future wag-worthy content by staying connected with us on social media and subscribing to our podcast. Until we meet again, keep those tails wagging and reflect on the boundless joy these incredible little beings bring into our lives. Take care and keep loving those Yorkies.